Hello, Punk Ninjas. Welcome to my broadcast test video. Going to continue the story of the Summoner and conclude this portion of it. Level 70. An art for the living. Let's do this. I've learned all there is to be learned about the research facility. The time has come to make our move. From what my sister has and her colleagues have told me, the laboratories are housed in the extremely dangerous quadrant of Azizla. Not want to wander around inviting trouble, but rather plot the swift and safest route to our destination. There should be a terminal. Oh my God, what's it with me today? Terminal somewhere that will allow us to point the sections where mysterious research is being stored. Once we arrive in Azizla, find such a terminal will be highest priority. And I've informed Captain Wolf of our forthcoming expeditions. He insisted that he and his summoners go. Azizla is even more fantastical than I had imagined. But we mustn't be let ourselves be distracted by the scenery. We should fan out and search for the control panel of some description, and we can use that to plan the simplest route to our objective. Yes. Aye, then we pledged ahead, swift to ensure and bring an end to this bastard's clone. This is my intention. 'Tis important to note, however, that we have yet to determine if our enemy is truly a clone or not. Even an artificial copy would appear as a living, breathing being. The man you fought on Seal Rock seemed almost otherworldly. I'm inclined to agree with you, Yahirma. Oh my God. But no matter. We need to slay him to lift Plem's seal. The job remains the same. True enough, then we should first focus on finding that terminal. Kimiko, if you would, pray search around the base of the Aero Triad statues. Keep your guard up. If Siri knows you're coming, he may have prepared a welcome. Where is this? How far? Middle? Up we go. fam. Thank you, man. I predicted you would be the first to find me. A lesser summoner would have been slain. Here we go. Serious clone is here. Clone, hey, you seek to explain my existence. An understandable theory, but I am far more than one of those clumsy creations. You had best abandon this flawed precaution, lest it lead you down the path to failure. I shall await my test, your true final challenge, or you will die never knowing what I truly am. Doll's teeth! He's gone again. Did you see that, Kimiko? The way he vanished? It's akin to the dismissal of a summoned entity. So you're saying he's some sort of Iggy? One that's wearing serious face? But how can he look so solid and, well, alive? With an aid of the computational machine, it would be theoretically possible to reconstruct ether into a near-perfect replica of Sirius' corporeal form. He was summoned using a machine? Correct. Master Sirius research developed mechanical substitutes for glamours. In fact, a lieutenant is standing right in front of one. This thing, eh? It looks a bit like them Tomless on Solar Rock. Only they were much bigger. God, can the bugger pop up anywhere? There's one of these devices? I think we can now safely assume that this series is the product of enhanced summoning magics. But our answer leaves us with a question. If Siri is then who is the summoner? Then if the glamour is replaced by a machine, there must still exist the one who commands it. We've got to find the master then. If we don't quash the summoner, the bastard vessel will be bringing the Siri Iggy back again and again and again. Whoever the bastard may be, he or she must be concealed somewhere nearby. The entity will always be summoned within a certain distance of the summoner. Even machine-enhanced techniques cannot circumvent this basic principle. He's freaking clipping through the floor. That our antagonist chose not to make an appearance on Seal's Rock suggests a reluctance to expose oneself to direct harm. In this location, however, with so many computer devices near to hand, I expect the foe's art will be significantly bolstered. So the Iggy will be even stronger than last time. All the more reason to take down the summoner quickly before we're swamped by ethereal horror. Well, I brought a little device that should help, an ethereal meter I borrowed from my sister Stola. If I can detect the right currents, I should lead us straight to our hidden enemy. Excellent. I can never say her name. Yathira. Anyway, that may right. Let's be about this then. Summon squad. Take the van and clear the way forward. Aye, we've been waiting for the chance to prove ourselves. Ye just focus on finding the summoner and you'll sweep aside the dregs. Alright, Alright, let's do this. Ready for round 2, Kimiko? The terminal has provided us with a direct route to the storage chamber. We're going to rip through this facility and take Series Clone apart. It is an ethereal entity, Captain Wolf, not a clone. And I must point out that your true objective is the summoner rather than the servant. Right, I knew that. As we planned then. Summoner squad, front and center. Carve Kimiko a path, or carve Kimiko a path through. Aye, Captain. Yeah, Miritra, you're in charge of finding whoever pulling this imposter series strings. Let's go. Ikazo! Am I doing anything, or are we just going cutscene? Cutscene, probably. Wonderful! You've done well to make it this far. The summoner has to be around here somewhere. Marthera, use your gadget. I'll buy some time. We came here to remove the seal you put on Principia. Do you do as we ask, and this can all end peacefully? I'm sorry, Captain. I'm afraid I can't do that. To do so would run contrary to the purpose for which I was created. Surely by now you have... Or... Now you have to... What the fuck? Surely by now you have... Why is that? You have come to realize my true nature. I don't know, that stumped me for a second. Anyway, you are an Iji in the form of my creator, an existence made possible through a fusion of summoning magics and ethereal chemical technology. But while Master Siri was the last of the great summoners of Algaea, you are not more than an elaborate imitation, and you are no match for the summoner who now stands before you. Very good, but your conjure has missed the mark. What I am is a defense mechanism that is capable of self-enchantments in order to combat ever greater threats. Shall I phrase this in simple terms? It is in the event that I encounter a presence with greater potential than Siri, I am compelled to harness that potential through main force and compose its ether into a new guardian entity. You mean to kill Kimiko and make an Iji of the Warrior of Light? Have you reached an understanding? A peaceful conclusion was never forthcoming. His reasoning has broken down. Your deeds have saved countless lives and will continue to do so. Now, how can one justify killing you, mistress, when you embody the very principles for which summoning magics was invented? Yamir, any luck finding the summoner? I've just finished tracing the threads. The camouflage is impressive, but I am still shocked that we missed something of that size. Our true enemy is up there. Oh, big boy, huh? It's AIDS. AIDS is back. Anyway. How observant of you. You have encountered Master Summoner Series' greatest masterpiece, an artificial sentient evaporate matrix. AIDS. Second series. The complexity of the design simply cannot be compared to the primitive principles used in Principia's construction. Your defeat is inevitable. Well, that red one looks pretty good. Just kidding. Alright, tough talk for an aging machine whose logic channels the obviously rusted and with disguise or disuse. Mistress, must you and your companions dispose of this unsightly and unseemly amalgamation of reuse? Oh my god. Why am I being so bad right now? Anyway, let's do this. I like the song actually. Kind of weird for a final battle, but hey. Final battle music. Kill the second one. Right. Can't be attacked when these guys are up, yeah. It's Heather. Alright. Nope. I don't need it. I'm not there for it. Fuck this shit. Nope, get away. What is that? Some kind of bomb. Probably landmine. Yeah, landmine. Step in it again, blow up. Oh, I'm so out of energy right now. Oh! Don't. Drum it! Get rid of them first. Please. Okay, good. We get it. Oh, what the shit? Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Fire! That's what! Release everything! Get it. Jeez. That thing got crazy. Alright. A stunning victory, Kimiko. We've won the day, but Captain Wolf wished to stay behind and conduct a thorough search. I told him it is still too dangerous to wander around alone, but the captain is a stubborn man. Not to worry, though. Should happen, will soon charge off to fight at his side. Captain Wolf will call if he needs us. We should be celebrating here. Does this not mean Prince Seal is broken? Is now broken? Mr. Success is indeed something to be celebrated. I was not crafted to experience emotion, but I do feel a certain rustle of satisfaction in my pages. Once you've mastered them high and mighty techniques, you'll be stronger than ever. Well, I think I'd rather learn by your example anyways, instead of from musty scrolls written by some long-dead elegant summoner. Is it in the hopes of achieving just such an outcome that I awoke from my slumber? The art of summoning is for the living, as my creator was once so fond of declaring. Kimiko, Prin, let us say our farewell for the moment. Thank you for your aid. Everyone, we could not have done this without you. Yeah! Chest bump. Alright, back to Gardania. Completed. John did the deed. I'll do the scholar tomorrow. Scholar's story. Post it on YouTube. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, that looked like an actual, like, minion. Gonna get to be able to summon Bahamut and got the outfit to boot. Welcome back, Himiko. You were only meant to face 3 challenges and you ended up chasing your prize into the heavens themselves. An unexpected development which you handled with exceptional grace, mistress. And now, at long last, I can finally beseech you on the highest secrets of summoning. Pray step forward. What a momentous occasion. The wisdom of the last elegant master summoners is yours. Ere you depart and to explore your newfound powers. However, Captain Wolf has a report for us. It should explain most of what occurred in Azazla. Aye. Well, I wanted to be sure that the machines was truly undone, and after poking around inside it, I discovered a number of soul crystals. According to Principia, they belong to Sirius' disciples. The captain has unearthed a totem containing undoctored records of that age. 'Twould seem the following the murder of his student Siri became increasingly bitter. He began to doubt that the future would be surely entrusted to the conspicuous whom of mortals. Instead, he explored other methods of which new generations might be safeguarded from the threat of primals and committed himself to chemical research. As you may have surmised, the evacuation matrix was the end result of Master Sirius' toil, drawing on the embedded soul crystals and ever-unreal computer power. This terrible invention was capable of manifesting a vastable host of ethereal avatars. Once he was satisfied with his work, Siri commanded that the machine to act as civilization's Midas guardian, and then he killed himself. His ethereal essence was absorbed, and a formidable Iggy was added to his invention's arsenal. So now you know the truth of it. What a price to pay to ensure that the art of summoning survived onto the morrow. After failing to protect his disciples, I wonder if he meant to preserve their soul crystals in their stead. Even if that were his intention, he has chose the wrong way to achieve it. Prin here is the embodiment of the hopeful ideals of Siri's younger self. The murderous machine is his latter years, is the product of frustration and anger and grief. But what shall we do with the crystals? We cannot risk them falling into hands of another villain like Tuscan. If you wish, I could swallow the crystals and hold them safe until another era has need of them. My enchantments would ensure that they pass only into the hands of the worthy. Swallow? You mean eat them? Fear not, Captain. I have no digestive tract of which to speak, and now that I have instructed Mistress in the wisdom of the alchemy, this task shall be the last I perform ere I return to slumber. Wait, so this is farewell? Correct, or maybe more appropriately, good night. As a familiar, I was not expelled to experience loneliness. I was, however, written with the knowledge that it is best not to draw out a parting of ways with needless sentimentality. No fears for you then, Prin? Summoning magic was created to combat the threat of the primals. The ideal world is one in which I need never again awaken. Wield the art well, mistress. off to dreamland. Just like that, I suppose purpose is served, and that the same as happiness to the familiar. Speaking of serving one's purpose, it is time I took my leave. Aye, the task of the morrow beckons to us all. Let us do what we may, that Bryn might rest peacefully for many years to come. You have conquered Frontier Stars and earned summon Buhammeds. Buhammeds? 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 Aye. I don't think I understand, but I want to see what and show you all what that getup looks like. So, 1 second. Like iron pieces, not too much, too many, too many. Interesting. The head dong's not as big as the other head dong. This is the masterful head dong. Yeah. Not a huge fan. I like the other one more. Yeah. The arm pieces kind of go. No. Got those cool, like, dragon claws. Yeah. Yeah, the second's still better. I like it more. What's the buck look like, though? I sure like it. It's black and red and it looks like it's scales. I like it. I like it. I'll probably glamour over the one I have. Maybe. Look at it. No, I'll keep it. Fuck it. Looks like I'm just gonna keep it. Alright, well, thank you for watching my broadcast test video. Y'all been awesome if you have. Next time, peace. Stay funky.